You
Oh,
don't need to
okay.
look at it.
Okay.
So please say your name and where you are from, both city and country.
I'm Joana El Castillo. I'm from Bogota, Colombia.
Are you a student?
Yes, I'm a PhD student. This is my fourth year in the plant pathology department.
It's a long time. How long have you been a student at MSU?
4 years. Yeah, I came in 2011.
Why did you come to the United States, or MSU in particular?
Yeah, so MSU has a really good program in agriculture, and I did my undergrad in microbiology and my master's in biological sciences. But since my master's, I started focusing on plant pathology, and from a former member of my lab in Colombia, I learned about Dr. Hausbeck lab, that is where I actually work now. So I look at her program, I found it very interesting to what I wanted to do, and like based on also the good reputation that MSU has for all the agricultural sciences. So I decided to come here.
So you had contacted someone who had heard of the Hausbeck lab. That's how you got it. So you knew someone who had heard of it or something.
Yes, I knew someone.
What initially shocked you as being different in America? What was was it something with the food, the weather, clothing?
Well, so it wasn't my first time coming to the US when I came here. I have come in other opportunities before. So what was like my biggest shock, I would say, was like moving from a big city, which is Bogota, with 7 million people, to Lansing, that for me is a very small town. I know for many people here is big, but for me it's like all the way around. So my biggest shock is living in a small place because there are not many options or diversity of things to do. So yeah, and the winter was my biggest shock. The first year I had a very mild winter, but the next year, yeah, it was like every winter got harder and harder. So I would say winter and clean the snow every morning from my car. It's been really shocking.
So did you have a culture shock when you got here?
Yeah, kind of. I would say, yeah, my cultural shock would be like, let's say I have reduced options in terms of things to do. So yeah,
Just because it was smaller.
it's smaller,
community.
right?
Did you have any problems fitting in or feeling accepted when you first got here?
I would say yes, but not when I first came here. So the impression that I have is like everyone is really kind and everyone is really willing to help you, and people it's really, let's say, welcoming and nice at the beginning. But I guess those are like more of cultural differences. Like for instance, in South America, we try to be like closer with people to get like stronger relationships. So I have found that here relationships are not that strong. It's like they're really kind or they're really polite, but I would say they're more like on the surface. So that was something I've been.
Not as in depth social
Yes,
connections.
not the social connections. Yeah.
So were you ever discriminated against in both the traditional way, where person to person or conflict, or in the professional world where you were denied a position at a job because you couldn't speak English as well, or just because you're an international student?
Actually, I started applying for jobs this year, and the USDA is a great option for job opportunities in my field. But because I'm not a US citizen, I'm not able to apply for jobs. So I wanted to apply for a job with the USDA that, like, I feel I have the qualifications to do it, but it was required for US citizens, so I wasn't unable to do it. So that might be one.
So how did the visa process work in Colombia?
Okay, so first you need to apply to come as a student, you need to apply for a student visa. So in order to apply for that student visa, you need to do like all the regular paperwork for a visa application. Plus, once you're accepted in the school in MSU, they send you a letter and they send you like a specific form. I don't recall the special number name. And when you are do interviewing in the embassy, you have to show them that you have the letters of acceptance and the special forms in order to apply.
So you have to apply for the school before you.
Yes, yes.
So that's important.
Yes, it's the very first thing that you need to do is like start applying for schools, of course, get accepted, and then the schools will work with you doing some paperwork, and you present to the embassy with the paperwork that the school sent it to you.
So would you say it was an easy process, or was it intentionally hard? Or
Oh, she's not easy. It's not easy, and for some reason, I have a lot of, let's say, problems with the paperwork. So I submit my application here, but then I was required to do like more paperwork, or like the paperwork that I sent wasn't understood by MSU, so I have to be more specific and send again some things. So you have to work and a lot, and then to do in Colombia to do paperwork in order to prove that you're a student or graduate student. It's a lot of work. Yes.
what do you miss most about Colombia?
My family and my friends.
Have you been back a lot, or?
Yes, I try to go every year, once a year, and my parents come to visit kind of every summer, so we meet each other like every semester, so that's good.
Yeah, that's. You plan on staying in the United States?
Yes, I actually got accepted for a postdoc position, so it will be at the University of Maryland. So I would be moving there like by the end of the summer.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
You plan on getting your citizenship, or?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know yet because it's a lot of work. So what I'm doing now is, so as I am a student, I'm not allowed to work. But as internationals, we have an option called OPT. So what it basically does is that it extends your student visa and it allows you to work. So I already applied for that. I'm hoping to get this OPT authorization in May, and since then I would be able to work. So I will be starting my job in U of Maryland in August. So from there, yeah, I can stay there with that status like 1 year, and then I'll figure it out. But
All right.
yeah.
Do you have any final thoughts about MSU, the United States, differences, experiences, anything you just wanted to say?
I think the international school here tries a lot to integrate the international community, and they do like different activities, and they do things like in order for you to get to know the U.S. culture. But sometimes I would say there's like kind of segregation. Like for some reason, like internationals tend to get together just with internationals, and like for my case, I don't have like a close friend from Michigan, for instance. I have some friends from the U.S., but like they're from California. So yeah, I think it would be nicer to get to know like more local people if there's any kind of interchange programs. Actually, the International Center has a program that you can get in touch with a local family, and you get to spend once a month or something. So I applied for that, but it seems like it didn't work out in my case because I just met one time with my family and then we didn't meet again. But yeah, I would think it would be nice. I mean, I'm leaving soon, but I think it would be nice to get in touch more like with local people.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.